Hello my little demons, my name is Maïté Draws and today I'm gonna draw my little Nugget, which is an OC of mine. It's a little bird guy with a cone on his head. I don't know, he's just cute and he was a meme I did at work at first, but I don't know why it just became a real thing and now he's here as a sticker on my laptop and he's everywhere, and I was like, you know what? Today I'm gonna draw him in a witch character. It's a sort of character design test. So the first step to this character designing is to actually make the design, and I was thinking of making the drawing digitally to start off with. Why? Because I actually feel like it's hard to start directly on paper to have the final sketch and the right proportions and all of that, so I was thinking on doing it digitally, printing it out on a good paper and then drawing with colored pencils on top of it. So here are my new colored pencils from Arrtx. I'm so excited to open the box honestly because the box is beautiful, and what I didn't know is that it actually divided in two parts when you open it. It just looks so stunning. I've never had that many colored pencils in one box. I'm just overly excited to use them. I was a bit stressed out at first when I printed out the design and started coloring it in. I realized I probably printed it with a pink dark tone and it was probably too dark to start coloring it in. I was getting stressed out because I didn't want my drawing to look digital. I really wanted it to look like it was completely drawn with crayons. So that was the only issue when I started it, and I was thinking, oh, I probably should have not went with it and should have probably reprinted it but with a lighter tone of pink. But you know what, I just went with it. I didn't want to throw out the paper. I was like, you know, we're gonna see, because if the crayons are how do you say, thick enough when you put them on paper, it could potentially hide the dark pink. So that's how I was thinking about it at first. I like crayons because you can actually layer them, and that's what I wanted to play with. So the best thing to test them out was not the actual character's skin, but use Nugget and his fluffy yellow feather textures to test the crayons out. So I've put a lot of very light yellows, nearly green, with some yellow and some orangey, sunflower orange colors, and it looks good. It blends in so well. The crayons didn't seem that greasy at first, but when you start layering them, you can mix them up, and I don't know, it's a greasy textures where you can really blend them well together. I was very satisfied with that. So the technique for my little Nugget was to put a very light tone first, then put a darker tone on the edges. I'm saying that for Nugget, but for the entire drawing process, that's what I'm doing. A lighter tone first, then a darker tone, then a lighter tone to blend, and then again another tone to reblend and do one full coloring. And if I'm missing anything, either putting a white or a light yellow to blend all of it together. Then the point at the end, which you're going to see at the end, is taking a very dark red. It's a reddish purple color, which I use for the line art, and it actually hides the digital markings. So at the end, the drawing looks fully colored pencil-like. I'm so happy with it. So to get there, I was playing a lot with colors, but I'm gonna be honest, I was just keeping all of the reddish and yellows and oranges. I haven't touched the pinks or the blue tones, so I couldn't really say what I thought about them. I did add a bit of blue in the greyish tones of the cones and in the eyes a tiny tad, just to have a little contrast from there to there. So my little Nugget was basic to create. I already have my base for Nugget. He's just my little guy, and I know his design pretty well, it's quite easy. But then when I had to go from this little nugget here to an actual character, it was harder. Because I wanted her to look a bit, you know how Nugget has his little tummy. I wanted her to have this little puffiness. Round, I don't know, a round structure. But at the same time, having these very thin legs. So how did I play with it? I based her off a skinny-like figure, but I made the dress very puffy on the skirt side, which actually looks okay in the draft, but afterwards with the color blending and all of that, I was very proud of it. I thought, well, that actually looks like Nugget. That's amazing. I just feel like I should have, I don't know, made a better facial expression, because Nugget's a bit of a mischief. He likes doing weird stuff. He's like the little brother you have at 3 years old, which is gonna run around the house and spill chocolate everywhere and, I don't know, be cute but do a lot of mischief. So that's basically Nugget and his lore. Nugget is a bit of mischief, but you know, I thought that having him as a witch would be so funny, because a witch is someone that is gonna make pranks and make potions and, you know, use weird stuff to make bubbles and do magic and all of that, and I thought that was perfect for Nugget. And the one thing that made me think Nugget needs to be a witch is his hat. I mean, I know it's a cone, but doesn't it have the perfect witch form hat? I don't know. That's how I thought of it. Now, for the tights, I didn't just do them orange, I did make yellow straps on them to, you know, since the chick's legs have like these little straps, because, you know, it has texture, but I'm not gonna put that texture on a human leg, so I put straps on the tights. So I did them orange and yellow, which I actually find pretty cute and fitting. So the hardest part afterwards was to just, you know, choose the colors for the dress, and that's when I was a bit freaking out, because, you know, Nugget is essentially just yellow, and even though I have a lot of yellow tints, I was feeling like just putting everything in yellow was too much. So I decided to put the puffy sleeves, the shirt under the dress yellow, to put the skirt yellow, but do the above dress thingy, jacket, I don't know how you call that, a bit more orangey. So it is more like a sunflower color. It's leading a bit with the orange, which is not completely Nugget's colors, but it looks better. So that's why I made that choice. And yeah, I added a little, how do you call it? You know, these medical straps on her nose. So it has this little heart shape on the other side, which is actually on Nugget's a little beak. Yeah, I think I probably added, in the character you can tell it's Nugget, but it doesn't look like it's gonna make as many mischief as Nugget. It looks way nicer and calm. She doesn't look like she's gonna, you know, ruin your day. Nugget is the type of person who would actually put Marmite in your Nutella pot. That's how he is. And if you don't know what Marmite is, well, bless you. That's a good thing. Never try it. Please, Dad, don't listen to this video. He really likes it. So, anyways, I'm gonna leave you to watch the end of this drawing process. I've basically told you how it's all going. I haven't done any lighting, complicated lighting. I'm not going to do any background. It really is just a character design where you can see Nugget and his witch form. So I'm going to see you later when I'm done drawing this. See you in a few minutes. Now that Nugget is finally done, I can show you and zoom in. It looks stunning on the paper and you can't tell it was digitally done first. If you like Nugget, if you like the concept of him, I've actually made stickers at home for him. So if you're interested in buying any merch, please feel free to click the link down below, and I wish you an amazing day. Thanks for watching and take care.